Hello everyone, welcome to my class. I am here today to discuss the topic cell. As we know that cell is the fundamental unit of life. It is the basic structural and functional unit of all living organisms. Many organisms such as bacteria, protozoa contains single cell, which are also known as unicellular organisms. Organisms which are composed of more than one cell are known as multicellular organisms, such as human beings, birds, reptiles, etc. The word cell is derived from the Latin word cellula, which means a little room. The scientist Robert Hooke first discovered and named cell in 1665. Cells are mainly two types: prokaryotic cells and eukaryotic cells. Prokaryotes have the primitive and incomplete cell, whereas the eukaryotes have advanced and complete cells. Now I will discuss the different components of cell. Structure of cell. An eukaryotic cell mainly contains plasma membrane, cell wall, nucleus, and cytoplasm. Now I am going to discuss the plasma membrane. Plasma membrane is a semi-permeable membrane which encloses the cell organelles within the cytoplasm. It is composed of phospholipid, proteins, cholesterol, and polysaccharide. The diagram which you are seeing in the picture is a fluid mosaic model of plasma membrane, which is given by the scientists Singer and Nicholson. Plasma membrane permits the entry of selective material in the cell. Therefore, the plasma membrane is known as selectively permeable membrane. Cell wall. Cell wall is a non-living part of plant cell. It is made up of cellulose. It lies outside the plasma membrane. Cell wall permits the plant cell to become turgid. It provides protection and strength to the cell. It also gives a fixed shape to the plant cell. Nucleus. The nucleus is a large, centrally located spherical cellular component which is bounded by nuclear envelope. The nuclear envelope separates the nucleus from the cytoplasm, and it contains many nuclear pores. The nucleus contains nucleoplasm, nucleolus, and chromatin network. The chromatin network is a thin thread-like structure which is composed of the genetic material DNA and proteins. The nucleus controls all the metabolic activities of the cell and it regulates the cell cycle. Nucleus is concerned with the transmission of hereditary traits from the parents to cytoplasm. The cytoplasm is a jelly-like substance present between the plasma membrane and nuclear envelope. The cytoplasm consists of an aqueous substance known as cytosol, which contains a variety of cell organelles. The cytoplasm performs various metabolic activities such as glycolysis. Now I am going to discuss about the cell organelles. The cellular components are called the cell organelles. The cell organelles have distinct structure and function. The cell organelles are categorized into three types: organelles without membrane, single membrane bound organelles, and double membrane bound organelles. The cell organelles without membrane are ribosome, cytoskeleton, etc. The single membrane bound organelles are vacuoles, lysosome, etc. And the double membrane bound organelles are mitochondria and chloroplast, which are found only in an eukaryotic cell. Now I will explain the cell organelles. First is endoplasmic reticulum. Endoplasmic reticulum is a membranous network enclosing a fluid-filled lumen which almost fills up the intracellular cavity. It is of two types. First is rough endoplasmic reticulum, which is RER. It contains ribosomes on its surface and it helps in protein synthesis. Second is smooth endoplasmic reticulum, which does not contain ribosomes on its surface and it helps in lipid synthesis. Endoplasmic reticulum forms supporting skeletal framework on its cell and it provides a pathway for the distribution of nuclear material. Ribosomes. Ribosomes are dense, spherical and granular particles which occurs freely in the cytosol or remains attached to the endoplasmic reticulum. The major constituent of ribosomes are the RNA and protein. Ribosomes play an important part in the synthesis of protein. Golgi Apparatus. The Golgi Apparatus consists of a set of membrane-bounded fluid-filled vesicles, vacuoles and flattened cisternae. The Golgi Apparatus arises from the membrane of smooth endoplasmic reticulum. The main functions of the Golgi Apparatus are secretory. It produces vacuoles, secretory vesicles, which contains enzymes, protein, cellulose, etc. The Golgi apparatus is also involved in the synthesis of cell wall, plasma membrane and lysosome. The next organelle is lysosome. Lysosomes are simple, tiny, spherical, sac-like structures. Lysosomes serves as intracellular digestive system, also known as digestive bags. Lysosomes also remove the worn out and poorly working cellular organelles by digesting them. During breakdown of cell structure, when the cell gets damaged, lysosome may burst and the enzyme eat up their own cells. Therefore, lysosomes are also known as suicidal bags. Mitochondria. The mitochondria are oval-shaped tiny bodies. Each mitochondria is bounded by a double membrane envelope. The outer membrane is porous and the inner membrane is thrown into folds. The mitochondria contains ribosome, DNA particles and matrix. Mitochondria are site of cellular respiration and they are also known as powerhouse of the cell. The energy stored in ATP is used by the cell. ATP stands for adenosine triphosphate. Mitochondria have their own DNA and they are able to make some of their own proteins. So they are known as semi-autonomous organelle. Chloroplast. Before explaining chloroplast, first of all I would like to explain plastid. Plastids are the cell organelles present in plant cells and absent in animal cells. Plastids also contain ribosomes and DNA like mitochondria. Plastids are of three types: chromoplast, chloroplast and leucoplast. Now chloroplast. Chloroplast are the green pigment present in algae and in higher plants. They have the green pigment chlorophyll, which is involved in photosynthesis of food. Therefore, chloroplasts are also known as kitchen of the plant cell. Centrosome. Centrosome is found only in animal cells. Centrosome consists of two granule-like centrioles. Centrioles are hollow and cylindrical structure made up of microtubules. Centrosome helps in cell division in animal cells. In plant cells, the polar caps perform the function of centriole. These were the important cell organelles and components of an eukaryotic cell, and we can conclude that the cell is the fundamental structural and functional unit of life. Each component of cell has distinct structure and functions.